Hey y'all, go see our pal Jeremiah Watkins live on tour in Sunnyvale, California, August 29th through 30th. And Columbus, Ohio just added September 5th through 6th. Indianapolis, Indiana, Batavia, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Portland, Oregon, Los Angeles, California, and more. You can get tickets at jeremiahwatkins.com. And go see Tammy live on tour in North Carolina, West Virginia, Kentucky, Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arkansas, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. You can get tickets at eatmytrash.com. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing, y'all. Leave a comment. We love you.
It's time for Trailer Tales.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Trailer Tales. I'm Dave Gunther, and to my left is
Miss Crystal.
and to her left is
Tammy. And thank you guys for being here and watching our regular, everyday, real podcast, Trailer Tales. Thank you guys for being here. Now, you're probably wondering, Tammy, Crystal, Dave, why are you guys so dressed up? We've never seen you like this before. Well, we went to a funeral today, and I told these guys, I said, hey, we're never going to be this nicely dressed up again.
Right.
We might as well film a podcast. So we drove straight here. Turned on the cameras, turned on the lights. Here we are, filming a podcast.
yeah. It was a hard day today, but we want to make sure that no matter what, rain or shine, Trailer Tales is every Friday, and we're here to lift y'all up. Even though sometimes we get down as people, we're here to lift y'all up.
Yeah.
Real life starts to, get in the way, and we're still here.
But hey, we do look good.
We look
We look really good.
great.
I wore my nice slacks, and I really only wear these to funerals. I put my nice slacks on. Crystal, you look great.
Thank you.
I love the colors. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
I love that she wore her merch to the funeral.
Right, Trailer Tales merch.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave, you look great. I love that jacket. You walked up with that jacket, and me and Crystal damn near lost our breath.
I was.
Show them the back of that. Look at this thing. Look. I said, damn, I wished I had that in my...
In your collection?
Looking gorgeous. But I did say, Dave, you're wearing white to a funeral, my man. You only wear white to weddings. You're supposed to wear dark colors or black. Look, I'm all wearing all black, including my shoes. You're supposed to wear black because you're mourning the person that died. That's more of a happy color.
But you know what's a part of every morning? The sun.
Well, that don't make no sense. But you didn't have the jacket in black. You had it in white, and that's fine. But I said, oof, you're going to offend some people. I think it looks great. I think it's one of the coolest jackets I've ever seen in my life. Tell them about that. Dave, tell them about the...
I'm keeping the tags on just so I can return it after. And then also because this tag over here, I don't know if y'all can see this, it says, do not remove this tag.
It does.
And I'm always a rule follower.
Yeah. Well, you won't get your money back if you take that off.
Yeah, if you take the tag off, then...
But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why you would want to return that. It's a nice jacket.
Thank you.
It's a nice staple piece, as they say. You can pair that with other outfits.
Where else could I wear this to, you think?
Pretty much anywhere.
Any wedding you go to, if you have a job interview, that'd be nice. If you're going on a date, but not a regular date, not a Applebee's date, not a, if you're going somewhere really nice.
A ball.
Like a nice steakhouse, a Longhorn Steakhouse.
Like Chili's?
Borderline. You can wear that to Chili's on a Friday or Saturday night, but don't wear it for lunch.
Okay.
You'll be overdressed for lunch.
I can't stop looking at it. It's really, I wish it was my size. And I know
Right.
you do too.
Same. But we look good too. We're all dressed up, and we said we're not going to let this funeral get us down. We're feeling good. We're looking good, and we're going to go ahead and do a podcast. Now, who died? Crystal, take it away. It's your story.
I'll start at the beginning, basically. I'll blurt out who it was, so you ain't wondering. It was Salmon. He passed.
Can you remind them who Salmon was, please?
Salmon was the potential father of my child.
The guy she was just two guys.
The possible, it was a choice between two guys who was going to be the father of my child.
A few weeks ago, she thought she was knocked up. She had a pregnancy scare.
We did a whole episode about her pregnancy scare. If you haven't seen it, you need to go back and watch it.
Right. Turns out she wasn't pregnant. Well, she continued fucking Salmon.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And last Wednesday or Thursday, we had a date, and we, a night full of making love. Wonderful, passionate making love. We did doggy and missionary. 60
Did y'all do oral? I was about to say
we did do oral.
Okay.
Everything. Me on top, him on top, me bouncing, him bouncing.
Yeah.
Or you using a condom, or you raw dogging?
Raw dogging.
Crystal, after your pregnancy scare?
Well, I figured, it had been, I knew him well enough.
Okay.
His pull-out game was pretty good. Anyway, we spent a night making love.
How old was Salmon again?
In his 70s. So, he tells me, that was wonderful, Miss Crystal. Can't wait to do it again tomorrow. That was kind of his way of asking me out. Can't wait to do it again tomorrow. And I said, I can't wait either, Salmon. Well, he leaves. I go to bed. Wake up the next morning. Don't see a text from him that says, good morning, beautiful. Which he did. And I thought, great, here it is. He's finally ghosted me. He finally is seeing it to who I am in my heart. He's ghosting me. About 24 hours passes, and I'm devastated, because now it's just me. I'm gonna be just me and Peter. That was other guy that was gonna be the dad. 24 hours passes. The next day, I'm sitting there drinking my coffee. She's in the kitchen. I'm reading the newspaper. The headline: local elderly man passes. And I thought, well, who the heck is this? Salmon Jenkins. Stop that.
Tell him what happened.
Apparently, after he left my home, Salmon stopped at a local Tony Roma's and had a rib platter, and one of them ribs was lodged in his throat, and no one there knew how to dislodge bones from an elderly man's throat, and he passed.
I read it wasn't just lodged down there. I read that it broke in half. Somebody tried to pull it, and it broke in half, and the spear caught. It, how like a hook gets
Punctured. Punctured was the word.
And he choked on the bottom part.
And they had a nice picture of him in the paper. It was in black and white, but they used a picture that was from 30 years ago. I hardly recognized him. But I said, Tammy, come quick.
I was like, what the hell? I had fried eggs going, and I like them a good medium. I like where the white's cooked, but the bubble and the pop's still there. And they were almost just about done. I needed a couple more seconds. Tammy. I said, give me a second. No, come here. I was like, you're going to, I f***ed up my eggs. But I ran over there, and I said, what's the matter?
I said, he's gone. She said, who's gone?
Who's gone? What are you talking about?
She didn't understand the severity, what was going on.
No.
And I was I was having a hard time getting my words out. And I said, he's gone. Damn it. Salmon's gone.
I said, where'd he go?
And I said he went.
Upstream.
She said he's upstairs. I said he's dead. Damn it. He's in heaven. He's dead. Salmon's gone.
And I said, well, first off, how do you know he went to heaven? He was having premarital sex.
The way that man could thrust into me, he deserves going to heaven.
Why did you bring that up to her when she's up mourning?
Well,
you brought up that he might not actually be in heaven, that he might be burning.
You can't just assume everybody's going to heaven.
I know everybody can't fit, but give it some time, damn.
Yeah, and I should have in the moment, but I wasn't thinking about that. I really wasn't. I was thinking about my eggs.
Thinking about her eggs and thinking, why is Crystal bothering me when I'm trying to get the perfect
And Crystal
egg?
was thinking about her eggs recently, too, when she thought she was pregnant.
My eggs was ruined.
And I was like, it didn't hit me who Salmon was at first. And I said, oh, the guy you've been fucking. Because I never met the guy. I just heard him in there clapping her ass. I never got to shake his hand.
That's a shame. And I would have introduced him to you had we had, more time together. But his untimely death has thrown me.
He'd come in late when I was already up in my bedroom watching Dateline and stuff. He'd come in, she'd sneak him in through the back, and I just hear it clapping. And I knew that was him. Or Peter. I don't know who it was at the time.
Well, there's a different cadence with Salmon. Salmon was older, so his cadence was slower.
And Peter's was... I didn't know that at first. As the days went on, I knew who was who.
Different cadence.
So I was like, okay, he's the slow porker. Mm-hmm. He's the slow humper.
Slow and deep, though.
Hey,
he might have been going slow, but he was getting it deep.
Damn, you get me perked up here. And I said, oh my gosh, Crystal, what happened?
And I had to repeat to her. He left the other night, and I thought he had ghosted me because he didn't text me good morning, beautiful, and choked on a rib.
And of course, I heard this and just lost my mind because that could be any of us.
Right. Yeah. Well, first she laughed. She said, who chokes on a damn rib bone? And I said, damn it, Tammy.
Am I being punked? Yeah, I did. I thought that.
And I said, this is serious. And I showed the picture. She said, that's what he looked like?
I said, damn, he was hot.
But again, they'd used a picture that was 30 years old. He didn't really look like that. Same eyes, but busted face, in his later life. He was a construction worker in his early life. A lot of sun damage. But I felt two things. I felt guilty for this, but I felt immediate relief that he didn't ghost me. Because I don't know if I could have handled being ghosted again.
Well,
you can only be ghosted so much.
He died the next day, so technically he kind of did ghost
He
you.
did ghost me, but it was not intentional. He wasn't making an intentional choice to not text me good morning, beautiful.
Because if he was alive, he would have texted her good morning, beautiful.
Now, you've been in a lot of realms, Crystal. Did you feel Salmon's presence anywhere around your place after he had passed?
I kept smelling something. He smoked Salem cigarettes. All right. And I kept smelling Salem cigarettes. And I thought, is Tammy smoking in the home?
I knew that's where she was going. That's why that's why I'm giggling. I knew that's where she was going.
And it's strange that you say that because I do believe that when people pass, they stop at people they care about. And, they don't say it, but they're saying, I'm okay. I'm fine. Now, as traumatic as his death was, I'm surprised he did make a stop. And I fully believe that was him.
Well, Tammy told me that, that she heard the claps and she thought, in that time, she thought that you were hooking up with somebody. So how do you explain that?
And it was the same claps.
I don't explain things like that. They wouldn't understand.
Okay. We don't got to.
They wouldn't understand.
Okay.
You think I'm just supposed to admit?
All right. So Crystal's been very upset.
Yeah. And I tried to be a good friend. I tried to cheer everybody up at the funeral. And, y'all got a little bit pissed at me for this, and I apologize.
Let me first just say before we go anywhere else.
You're jumping the gun.
I says to David and I said to Tammy, please come with me.
Yeah.
I need your support.
I said, you're going to the funeral? Did you meet his parents?
And his parents been dead 40 years, so
Right.
they weren't there. I said, I need a support system. I need 2 rocks on each side.
Okay, and I said,
I might faint.
I said, okay, we'll be there.
Yep. And we
So
said,
I thank you.
can
for
you
that.
smell what the rocks are cooking? And we were there.
Right. We went with her. So we went to the funeral. Go ahead.
Well, everybody's crying and stuff. Like, I didn't want to be offensive to people, but I didn't really know Salmon. I was there more for Crystal and her support.
Hey, I'm sorry. Can I just say right off the bat, the food was great.
No.
Okay, they had little sandwiches. They had this dip that had like caramelized onion or something.
Oh.
Like all the church ladies just really did it up big. They had a honey baked ham. I mean, I was eating good.
They had crepe cakes.
I
They
was-
had crepe cakes.
And most of the stuff was homemade. They didn't have nothing. They didn't run down to the grocery store and grab
Crab
anything.
cake.
Was Salmon rich? Because he had a spread. Whoever his family was who put on the funeral, I was deeply impressed with the food.
He never flaunted it, but he did take me to some nicer restaurants.
Wow.
There was 2 times in 1 week we did go to Red Lobster. In the same week. And got drinks, appies, and main course.
Did you get the captain and the
Yes,
admiral's
I did.
feast?
Yep.
So I was immediately, right off the bat, happy that I decided to come to the funeral.
And
Oh,
They had a fountain for sodas.
if the food is good at a funeral, right away it puts you at peace and being like, I made the right decision to come here today.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So go ahead. Sorry, I just had to.
No,
I
it's
wanted to
fine.
I wanted you guys to know what we walked into. We walked into a beautiful funeral with a full spread,
And
so we were
honestly,
happy.
Sometimes I don't get invited to the brunch. We know that. And the fact that Crystal invited me in her time of need to a funeral, it meant a lot.
And I was afraid at first that I was going to regret inviting him, but it turned out great.
It turned out great because I embarrassed y'all, but some people actually found peace at what I did. And what I did was I offered to cheer some people up, and I made some balloon animals at the funeral. Now, some people got pretty pissed right away that I pulled out balloon animals and that I offered to make shapes and different sizes for the people that were mourning. But to be honest, I thought it was a pretty good hit with a lot of the people that were actually there.
Well, here's the thing: he was making dick and balls.
It was when he took the dick and ball balloon over to the casket and put it in Salmon's crotch area and said, look at how big his...
And then he put one in his mouth, and that's where.
That's where it got to the level of disrespect.
But listen, I was laughing, but you know when you don't want to laugh in a situation, but you can't help
Right.
it. And his people were screaming, and Dave went up and put the wiener in his crotch area, and they didn't know what was going on. We did. We said, "Dave, sit down, get over here," and everybody was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And then he pulls out another one, makes it dick and balls, puts it in his mouth. And I was mortified. Now, it was funny. I was mortified.
And it was strange because usually a mortician will sew up a mouth. They didn't sew his up, and it was gaping, just open.
So, that happened. His family was very upset. Crystal runs up. I've never seen this bitch run so fast. Taking the balloon dick out of his mouth, off his, and popping them. Mm-hmm. And what'd you say? You said, "David, go sit down."
I treated him like he was a little child. I said, get your ass over in that pew before I whoop you.
And I said, "Dave, make those after the funeral in the parking lot for people."
And I even put this on Salmon as a hat at one point on his corpse, and that got a pretty big laugh from the kids that were there. But it did offend some of his other relatives.
It did, and it's like, come on, chill out. It's just a hat. I could understand them being upset about the dick and balls, but a hat.
And he'd made a couple swords for the children. He made a poodle. I had no idea that David could do this.
He's really good at it. But I said, Dave, do parties. Do birthday parties, bachelor parties, do things like that. Don't do it at funerals. Now, if you agree with me, let me know in the comments. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Was it appropriate for him to do this at the funeral? I'm just wanting something in my mouth.
Jesus, how does it keep getting longer? I don't want it to pop. I'm afraid.
Come on!
Help me out a little bit. Help. Get in there.
This is what Salmon looked like. That's what we saw.
My beloved Salmon.
So anyway, people were upset by that, and I had to calm some people down. I said, listen, he don't mean no harm. He's trying to liven the place up, because we had someone that was not alive there. So we go over to the fellowship hall. They have that's when the whole spread. That's when we're like, okay, Dave, that's enough. He wants y'all to know he can make balloon animals.
Well, if you want to request something later, then I can do it.
If you guys want him to do a party or a bachelorette party, message him on Instagram and let him know. Okay, he'll come do it.
What's your business gonna be called?
Gotta think about that.
It's important. One of the most
Balloons
important
by
things.
Dave.
Kind of generic.
Gets the point though. They know exactly what you do and who you are.
Right.
If you put something like Dave's Mystical Creations, nobody knows what that is.
What about balloons for baboons?
Then you can't do bachelor parties or kids parties.
You're right.
Just be thinking about it, okay?
Okay.
So we go over to the fellowship hall, and I'm first in line, okay? Everybody's kind of standing around, and when you don't know if you should eat yet, and people are standing around, he's making balloons for people and everything, and I'm just like, are we going to get to eating? So I go and be first in line. Of course, when I get first in line, everybody comes behind me, so I start.
What just happened?
That was Salmon.
What?
He was telling us he's here, listening to our story.
You think Salmon's actually here right now?
I just said it. Salmon is here. Salmon did that.
Okay.
Should I make a balloon animal for him?
No, he's had enough.
He's had enough of your balloon animals.
Is that why he's here? Is he pissed at me?
Probably.
I don't know.
He did have a good sense of humor.
Yeah,
but
you said that.
I don't know if he would have liked the balloon in the mouth thing.
Maybe that's why he's here. He wanted to see more balloon in the mouth action.
He probably wanted to see Crystal's ass one more time.
Right. There ain't an ass like this in the afterlife, I tell you that much.
He didn't come here to see you make a fucking balloon animal. Are you kidding me? He came here to see the Texas Twister one more time. Texas Tornado. So I go through the line, and my plate is popped. Cool. My plate is piled up high. I got ham. And also, I thought it was very weird that they were serving ribs.
Insensitive,
And they had a whole table of ribs. Baby back ribs, beef ribs.
Pork ribs.
I think it was more of a
ribs.
statement by the family to be like, ribs will not divide us.
Right.
So anyway, I make it through the line, and I'm getting my sweet tea and everything. And
Well, first of all, They had paper plates. She goes, this ain't going to work. She had the girl go in the back and get a real plate for her.
I said, bring me a platter, like a serving platter.
Not a flimsy.
Right. So I fill up my serving platter and I'm making my sweet tea, and this old lady walks up to me and she goes, hello, how are you? And I said, I'm pretty good. What's up? And she goes, well, I'm Carol, Salmon's sister. How did you know Salmon? And I said, my cousin Crystal's f***ing him and thought he was her baby daddy a few weeks ago, but they're not f***ing anymore because he passed away.
Mm.
And she was like,
Right.
She was like, what? I go, Crystal. And she looked, she raised her hand. I go, that's her. Your brother Salmon was f***ing her.
Mm-hmm.
I go, I never met the guy. I only heard him in there clapping on her. But I go, I heard he was a really nice guy and was really cool, and I wanted to be here to support my cousin.
You told the deceased family that how you knew Crystal
She asked.
was that her brother used to clap on your friend?
She asked how I knew Salmon.
All right.
Do you want me to say, oh, we used to work together?
No. But some people might be more delicate with it.
That's how I know Salmon, though. She asked a question, and she was really nice about it. She said, well, I'm glad you guys are here. And then she said, I do feel like the guy y'all are with doing that to Salmon before the ceremony was a little. And I said, ma'am, I know. And listen, I don't think anything's inappropriate. I said, I will be having a talk with him later. And she said, enjoy. She goes, our family smoked all these ribs. So, very nice family.
Yeah, sounds nice.
You could have had a great sister-in-law, Crystal.
Yeah, I could have.
So, that happened today.
Yeah.
And we want to come here straight. What are you doing?
What?
Why'd you sink down and do this?
It's just, I didn't fart. I promise you I didn't do that.
You were getting ready to fart.
I was readjusting.
So anyway, it was a beautiful ceremony for a beautiful life, and we looked really good today, and we wanted you guys to see our funeral outfits. Crystal, what you thinking about?
I'm just thinking about how I'm going to miss him.
Trailer Tales.
Listen, you spend a third of your life in bed, okay? So why settle for anything that's less than absolutely best? You guys, me and Daryl have switched over to a Helix mattress, okay? Here's the thing. I'm such a light sleeper, okay? And Daryl's over there on the other side of the bed, flipping and flopping and tossing and turning and breathing hard. And he's like a fish out of water, just every 2 seconds flopping around. Well, guess what happens? I either wake up or can't fall asleep because he's over there acting dumb, okay? Here's the deal. Ever since we got this new mattress, my baby's over there and he's comfortable. And guess what happens when he's comfortable? He sleeps. And guess what happens when he sleeps? I sleep. So I'm over there comfortable as hell, getting a good night's rest, and I need that. I'm trying to take over the world. I need that rest. This is coming so clutch for me.
Don't even get started how much this has improved my life. My old mattress, women used to be freaked out. We'd pull the sheets back, there'd be pee stains all over them. Yeah, sometimes I'll wet the bed, okay? But not with the Helix sleep mattress. It's brand new. Girls are like, oh, you live in a motel? Look at this fancy king of a man. I'm like, yeah, I do. That's Helix, baby. And guess what? They got free shipping and seamless delivery. Helix delivers your mattress right to your door with free shipping in the U.S. And the mattress comes rolled up in a box and is very easy to set up. And it's also been reviewed against hundreds of competitors if you're asking yourself, oh, how good is this? And it's always winning, okay? The Helix Midnight Luxe has been ranked as the best overall mattress according to both Forbes and Wired. Crystal, how's Helix improved you, huh?
Now listen, everybody knows I'm a realm traveler. I love traveling realms at night. But do you know how hard it is to travel realms when you're on an old funky mattress and your back hurts, your knees hurt, your leg hurt, your feet hurt, your neck hurt, your head hurt? Not on a Helix mattress. Here's me traveling around. Comfortable.
She's comfortable.
And guess what? You can rest easy with seamless returns and exchanges. We want every customer to have the right mattress for them. So thank you, Helix Sleep, for sponsoring. Visit helixsleep.com/trailertales to take advantage of their Labor Day sales exclusive partner offer, and that's 27% off site-wide.
That's a big chunk.
27% off.
Helix Sleep.
You probably already know HelloFresh. They send chef-crafted recipes and fresh ingredients to your home. But this summer, they made their biggest menu upgrade yet. Everything HelloFresh makes is now bigger, healthier, and tastier. That's right. And you guys know I love cooking, and HelloFresh has doubled its menu. Now with bigger portions, choose from 100 options each week, including new seasonal dishes and recipes from around the world. And with their new veggie pack recipes that have 2 or more veggies, you'll be eating greener than ever.
Everybody knows that I'm one of the worst meal preppers in the entire world, okay? Now, with HelloFresh, they make me a cuisine chef out of nowhere, and the ladies love it. They think that I'm making fajitas all by myself. They think that I'm making steak and mashed potatoes. There's no way that I know how to prep all that stuff, but none of them are the wiser because I got a box of special ingredients that HelloFresh sends right to my door, and I absolutely love looking like a Ratatouille character. They don't know any better. Looking for something a little more off menu? Get the steak and seafood recipes delivered every week at no extra cost. There's 3 times more seafood on the menu now at no extra cost.
The best way to cook just got better. Go to HelloFresh.com/trailer10FM and get 10 free meals plus a free item for life. 1 per box with an active subscription. 3 meals are applied as a discount on the first box. New subscribers only, varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/trailer10FM for 10 free meals plus a free item for life.
That's crazy.
Wild.
No, that's HelloFresh.
HelloFresh, you're right.
My favorite toy was that merry-go-round that you would sit on and your friends would fucking... And you would hold on! And it ended when one of you fucking boom, shot off like into the ground. Nobody gave a shit if you were okay. They were like, get up, you pussy, it's your turn to push. I never said that shit, dude. That's fucked up.
And I'm thinking about how you guys came through for me coming with me to the funeral. Because I wouldn't have been able to handle that by myself. Second I saw that table of ribs, I would have lost it. You know?
Did y'all ever eat ribs together?
No, we didn't eat ribs together. We had a lot of seafood, a lot of pastas, not a lot of ribs. And it was strange that he stopped after he left my house because we had eaten together. So that was strange.
Was he trying to be like a perky model that only eats a little bit or less than with his meals, and then he secretly is gorging?
Either that or he worked up appetite clapping.
That's what I was about to say. You gotta think, he's in there clapping for an hour straight.
Hour straight?
He's burning energy.
He'd pop a Viagra and he could go at it for hours. I would get tired. I'd say, we have to stop. I'm getting chafed.
That's gonna burn energy out of out of a 25-year-old guy, let alone a 70-something. I mean, he's burning energy.
So do you think the clapping led to his demise?
Don't try to put this on me.
Don't blame that on her.
He choked on a bone. Don't ever try to pin this on me.
I'm not.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I ain't never killed nobody. If that's what you're implying, I've never killed anyone.
She's firm on that. She's always been firm on that. Always.
Now, if he had some underlying condition that happened between him leaving in the store or the restaurant, that don't got nothing to do with me.
And I agree with you, Crystal.
Why are you looking at me weird?
Sorry, there's a fly that's on me.
So, any last words about Salmon before we move on? Because I do have a really good email.
I just
What?
want to.
Go ahead, Crystal.
I just wanted to say to Salmon and his family, I never got to really spend time with your family, but if you were still alive, I think we could have had a life together. And I would have loved to been a more permanent part of your life. Whether that be as your wife, or fiance, your girlfriend, best friend.
Crystal, I've never heard you say you wanted to be anyone's wife.
Well, it really sobers you up when someone passes. You know, it really sober.
You're not being emotional to her feelings right now.
I was going to make her a flower.
Well, let's
You
see
can
it.
make a flower?
Make a flower. Let's see it.
Well, why were you making dicks at the funeral when you could have made a flower and put it on his put it
On his lapel.
right? You're making dick and balls when you could have made a flower. I think Crystal would enjoy a flower right now. I really like the idea of you making her a flower. All right, now he's getting a pink one. How did we not know you could make balloon animals?
That's the thing with you, David. You do all this other stuff where you have absolutely no talent in. And then you hide something like this that's incredible. Not everybody can do this. I've never met one person besides the guy that used to work at Pizza Joe's in the 80s make these kinds of things.
Right.
And you're making a flower?
It's actually incredible, dude. I'm gonna watch him. I'm gonna watch him close. Wow, he's intertwisting and intertwining. Wow. Oh my gosh.
He's acting like it's nothing. He could looking like he's gonna do it with his eyes closed.
This is crazy.
You remember when you was a child and you used to get one of these and you just hang on to it forever because you're like, I can't believe that weird guy with one eye made a poodle out of balloons.
Right, I couldn't believe it. Getting one of these as a kid and getting one now is amazing.
And watching him saying, I wonder what he's going to make. He's going to make a cat, a sword, a rainbow, a hat.
Because right now I'm not really seeing a flower.
I think he's just getting started.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't see the vision yet.
That-
He's twirling and twisting. He's twirling and twisting. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even see a flower right now. He is so focused. I will say this, he's kind of slow at it.
Yeah, the guy at Pizza Joe's would have had it been done by now and given to the next child.
Right. He would have made 5 by now. But Dave don't do it all the time. I've never seen him do it anyway, so he's twisting and twirling.
I wonder if he's ever made a vagina that he's out of balloons and it.
You know he has. You know he has.
What kind of flower is that?
Damn. Damn.
It's a Venus flytrap.
I can tell. That is really creative.
Damn.
And despite it looking nothing like a Venus flytrap, I appreciate this. This brightened my spirits. And
Smell it.
it's
What's it smell like?
balloons.
Balloon plastic.
And what does that remind you of? It reminds you of the condoms that you never wore with Salmon.
Wow.
And there's a reason for everything I do.
Wow. Thank you for making that for her.
Thank you.
That's very nice.
You want anything, Tammy?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm going to read an email right now. Okay?
Okay.
And thank you guys for keeping the emails coming in. We really appreciate that. Okay? Don't think it doesn't go unnoticed at all. We appreciate your emails, and this is a good one. Okay? This one says, urgency level 6. Hey, y'all. I've been with my husband for 10 years. And in all that time, the man has never farted in front of me. Not once. Not a sleeping one. Not a whoops, I've been over too fast one. Not even a whisper during a 10-hour road trip fueled by gas station meat sticks and iced coffee.
Whoa.
And because of that, I've never farted in front of him either. It's like we're locked in some kind of gastrointestinal standoff, a mutual silent agreement, a fart pact. But here's the kicker. I've birthed actual children in front of this man. Multiple. I've pushed human life out of my body in full, and yet we still tiptoe around the idea of a little toot. This is the same man who eats the booty like groceries, with eye contact, and apparently that's where we draw the line. So here's my question. Should I be the one to finally break the seal? Just let it rip and see what happens? Will it set us free? Or will it unlock some cursed dimension of our marriage? Please advise. My stomach's cramping from the tension, spiritually and literally. Love, Anna. Pressure cookie and pressure. You motherfucker.
Come on. She's talking about farts. That's not impressive that I have one in the chamber ready to go.
Let me finish the email.
You did. You done it.
No, I didn't. She wrote a funny little thing at the end. You didn't let me say it.
What was it?
Love, Anna. Pressure cooker in Missouri. Dumb bitch. And my fart fan just died, too.
And you know who put that off? Salmon. You.
Salmon would not do that to me.
Yeah,
He would
he
not
would.
He would not come over and turn this off.
He had a sense of humor. Salmon would do that.
Okay, it's on.
Don't act like you know what Salmon would do. He wasn't inside of you.
He didn't nut in you.
Sorry I lashed out.
No, he deserved that one. Farting during the middle of an email.
It was the end.
Oh.
Well, what I want to tell Anna is check your husband to see if he has a butthole. That's my take. The whole time I thought, he's not real. Every man in the world farts. Take your husband's pants off, pull his underwear down, spread his cheeks, and make sure he has a butthole. Because you might be married to a robot or a cyborg.
No, you're not.
Now, if you see a butthole there, it could be just superficial. Take a finger, with his consent, of course, take a finger and slip it in. And make sure it's a real butthole, not just a sticker or a painting. You need to get to the bottom of it and see if your husband is a robot. Now, once you find out whether he's a robot or not, once you find out if he's a robot, then that's your choice. Do I divorce him because he's a robot, or do I stay with him?
I actually have a very strong stance on this. It might surprise you on this email. Very strong stance. If they have not done this in front of each other and their marriage is going well, and that guy has seen the childbirth and he eats her booty like groceries, guess what? Pressure cooker, you better not be the one to fart in front of your man. There's a reason why he hasn't done it in front of you. And if your marriage is What the Hey, you!
If you're sitting there talking about pressure cooker farts and I got one in the chamber,
On the episode where I talk about the love of my life passing, both of you farting.
Sorry, Crystal. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Me and Salmon could have been something had he lived.
Sorry, Miss Crystal, I'm sorry.
Thank you. All right, go on.
Go ahead.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, okay? Don't fart in front of your man. There's no reason to. You all have been happy together for over 10 years. Keep up with the indigestion if that needs to be. If you expect your booty to keep getting eaten and him going down there, okay? He's keeping the intimacy separate from all your farts and stuff like that, all right? I actually, as much as I fart in front of these ladies, it's because they're my friends. I don't fart in front of anytime I'm dating a girl.
Not even Jolena?
No, I did in front of Diamond, but that bitch was nasty.
Yeah. I agree with you halfway. Half of me, everything you were saying, I was saying, yes, agree. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If he's eating your ass and you want to keep doing that, agree with that.
Right.
But at the same time, how funny would it be if she sets up her camera, pushes record, and after 10 years, just walks up to him and lets the biggest one rip and posted his reaction to TikTok.
Oh, I was thinking she'd do it while her booty's getting eaten.
No. Dave.
That's funny to me. That's funny. And put that on TikTok.
He'd never eat it again.
Probably.
We're hoping that she farts and he kind of laughs and is in shock, and then it never happens again, and he goes back to, once every 10 years.
Yeah, she needs a Dutch oven him.
Imagine the relief they'll both feel, though, in their stomachs.
What if he laughs and farts back at her?
And it'll start a symphony of farts.
I mean, that's kind of what you did. I farted, and then your body responded.
You're right.
We're in sync.
You're right.
It's gonna be us.
So we're 50-50 on this. I think it's funny if you get his reaction.
Which brings us to our debate topic. Should you eat mac and cheese with a spoon or a fork?
Well, it's not a cut and dry for me. I've got, am I eating a baked mac and cheese? If that's the case, I'm going to use a fork.
Standard mac and cheese. Standard. Kraft macaroni and cheese. Let's just make it that so there's not wishy-washies.
Okay, because you know what I'm saying.
No, that's thicker. That changes things. Just standard Kraft macaroni and cheese.
If you're doing a Velveeta.
Straight from the box.
Okay.
No shells.
Okay.
Standard mac and cheese. Noodles.
Standard mac and cheese. Spoon's going to be easier. Now, if I'm using a fork, I can put the little noodles on each of the little fork pokes.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I make a macaroni and cheese fork.
Crystal, he farted again. Fart once, not twice.
Once, twice, three farts a lady.
What are you making? A Kraft mac and cheese noodle?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Now, if I'm eating a sloppy, okay, I'm going to go with spoon. Spoon. Crystal, go.
I'm doing fork because I want to do the macaroni and cheese fork.
And I understand that, too. Dave?
Going spoon. Total spoon guy. Because you can get way more on a spoon than you can on a fork. There's so many little noodles that fall off the sides whenever you get the fork. And you try to stab it, don't work good. Spoon every single time.
And a spoon, you can get the sauce. Once you're done with the noodles and there's a little bit of extra cheese, spoon it up. And before you lick the bowl. Very smart. I'm curious to know, do y'all want the fork because you put the little noodles on there, or use a spoon?
Leave it below in the comments.
Leave it below in the comments.
If you like a fork, put a fork emoji. If you like a spoon,
yes,
use a spoon emoji.
Very smart. Please do that.
And if you don't like macaroni and cheese, leave this one.
Yes.
It's a guy or a gal going like this.
Just let us know. I don't eat mac and cheese, so I'm not picking either. That don't look like a Kraft mac and cheese noodle.
That looked like a damn poodle with a webbed leg.
And that's what I made for you.
It is a poodle with a webbed leg?
Wow.
Because all those years ago, you said that you wanted to wait for the one-eyed man to make you a poodle. And that's what I just did for you.
Thank you.
Hey.
Don't say it.
Bring it in.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I love you. And it made me uncomfortable.
I will not fart after a friend's funeral. I apologize for being insensitive with my bud. Balloon animals will heal on 3. 1, 2, 3. Balloon animals will heal.
You should have said ribs on 3.
Now that's
kind of touchy. Why
funny
would I
but
say,
insensitive.
Yeah, why would I
Well,
say?
it's the theme of the.
I'll never see ribs again. I don't know if I could ever.
Why'd you bring up ribs? That's like the worst thing you could have said.
Wasn't thinking. I thought it'd be fun.
Like the worst thing you could say is if we all sang the Applebee's Baby Back Rib song right now. If we were all to sing it right now, mate, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back ribs.
Sorry, Chris.
Chili's baby back ribs.
Chili's
baby back ribs. Chili's baby back barbecue sauce.
Wow. I think Salmon would have gotten a kick out of that.
Yeah, he would
song.
like that.
I really do.
I think he could handle a good ribbon. Thanks so much for watching the podcast, y'all.
See you guys next week.
We love ya.
Be careful out there when you're eating your ribs.
Bye.
Love y'all. Bye-bye.